I'd like to share a story with you. I was in Petra, Jordan, one of the most extraordinary places on earth, the ancient rose red city in amongst the sandstone cliffs. I was sightseeing, I was feeling adventurous and capable and excited. We had 3 days to go around the whole place, not long enough. And someone said, you can ride a mule to the top and see the view. 800 sandstone steps, 4,000 years old, straight up. No handrails, just cliff face on one side, nothing on the other. So, of course, I said, yes, let's do this. It was great where we were standing. It was beautiful, but the view from the top would probably have been, so much more. And I only had a short time to see it all in. So on we hopped. What could go wrong? Well, about halfway up, I just wanted off. Not this gentle, I've had enough, I'm done. This is boring kind of, let's get off. And not a, perhaps I'll reconsider kind of wanting off. But a full body gripping the mule, not looking down, 100% certain this is it, I've had enough, this was a terrible decision, that kind of wanting to get out of here space. And even talking about it now, my hands are sweaty, my toes are tingling, I've got that knot in my tummy. It comes back to me, that feeling, as I was sitting there on this mule with my mind racing, and I want to get off now. But on this left hand side was this sheer cliff face, nowhere to go there, and on the right hand side, sheer drop, thin air, nothing, a long way down, and the kind of down that wouldn't end well. So off meant into the ravine. So there was no off, and the only way to go was through. I had to sit there to stay on for the ride and hope the mule wasn't suicidal. And here's the thing, I knew I was afraid of heights, but I decided to do it anyway. I was feeling confident. Yet when I was halfway up that cliff face, on the mule with no way down, I don't even know where the thoughts came from, but it really kicked in how afraid I was of heights. And that knot was there the whole time. I just didn't recognize it. I just hadn't thought about it, but that situation triggered it. And I didn't realize that situation would trigger it until it did. Everything my body had always known came up in that moment and began to run the show. Not my excitement, not my adventure, not my confidence, nothing. It was just taken over, the knot, running quietly underneath all of my fears, waiting for the right moment to make itself known. And that's what knots do. They don't announce themselves, they wait and pop up when you're unsuspecting, until you're in a relationship that feels familiar in the worst possible way, and yet you don't know why you keep choosing it, or until you're in that job that you think is safe and secure, and the same thing keeps happening. A different manager, same feelings. Until you're halfway up a cliff and your body is telling you something that your mind hasn't caught up to yet. The knot is always there. You just need a mule to show you where it was, and you just need to stay on for the ride. I made it to the top. The view was amazing. I got off the mule and collapsed on the ground. My legs were shaking so much. But as I sat there with my heart still racing, I was thinking, I didn't know that was there. That was in there, that was my of course moment. That not comfortable, not painful, not painless, but just of course. Of course that fear's been there and that knot's been running. Of course I can see it now, once I've got through it. Of course I can choose differently from here. Later on in that same trip, we went hot air ballooning and we did other things that I was afraid of doing in the past. You just don't need a mule ride and to be stuck halfway up a cliff to find your knot. All you need is my Threadwork. So check out the app.